EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
It's fourth down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then you got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 69 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Packers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now left side on the swing pass. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10 from the shotgun to give to Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And his pass, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here's nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Christian McCaffrey.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. But I think the ball's out. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
38-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On 1st down, Rodgers dancing to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, What are the odds
that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. For a right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Working from the gun, Rodgers feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back into 7. Yetur Gross-Matos able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers get a score closer. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Panthers 28, Packers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
At their own 21-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Moore. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here we go. Check 24.
McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
Preston Smith there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 45-yard line.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 45 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2 yards.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
To Davante Adams. It's a gain of 13.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers. Lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
With a hand.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just put their hands back and get after him now.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 4 yards.
On play action, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Second and 1.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Rodgers with
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the... Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Devontae Adams.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
Mason.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
14.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he powers his way up past the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he finds Cook. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. 16 yards, a first down. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.